All right, in the kitchen with this guy right here. This is Chef Gerard Himes from Swan Terrace Grill at the Founders Inn in Virginia Beach, one of the dozens of restaurants participating in, of course, Virginia Beach Restaurant Week. Welcome to the Hampton Roadshow.
Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you here. Okay, so what are you going to make for us this morning?
Today we're going to do our bone-in sage pork chop, and that's going to go with some wonderful root vegetables, and we're going to do an apple chutney to go with that. It's featured on our Restaurant Week menu, also in the restaurant every day, so we're going to do that today.
So a chance for folks to kind of get a little taste
Absolutely.
of what they can expect. All right, well, we will get started on all of that after the break. Sounds good?
Sounds great.
Good. All right, we're back in the kitchen with Chef Gerard Himes from the Swan Terrace Grill at the Founders Inn in Virginia Beach, talking about Restaurant Week, and you're actually going to be making one of the dishes that's going to be featured
Absolutely.
on the menu. Okay.
This is a dish that's actually on the menu now. It's on the menu for Restaurant Week, but you can come to Swan Terrace anytime and have this, but we want you to come and try it for Restaurant Week.
Okay.
And this is a bone-in sage pork chop, and what it is a 12-ounce bone-in pork chop, Smithfield, local, and that's who we are. We want to make sure we stay local. We always have a great product. If you do a local product and you just treat it really well, you always get great results. So
Gotcha. Okay.
we want to go with that. And we're going to simply season it with salt and pepper.
Because, you know, pork chops is kind of one of those things where you're like, a few ways folks at home know how, well, for me, know how to make them, but this is like jazzing them up a bit.
It jazzes
I
up
like
a little
it.
bit. If you start off with a really hot grill, you want to start off with a really hot grill,
Okay.
anywhere from 400 degrees to higher, all right? And we have oiled our pan liberally. We patted dry our pork chop, and we're just going to lay it still, all right?
Okay.
We're going to lay it still. It should have been a little hotter, but we'll get.
That's fine.
We'll
So
get
you
the
will get
marks.
that little sear,
Yeah, we'll get that little sear mark.
the little noise. So when it comes to like seasoning the pork chop, do you want to go heavy or light? I mean, what do you
We try to do
guys think?
simple seasoning
Okay.
with salt and pepper with all the things. We're a grill concept, so we want to make sure that the meat is at the forefront, that everything tastes like it should. When you add a lot of different seasonings, you kind of take away from that wonderful meat. You want to have moist pork that tastes like pork. You want to
Gotcha.
make sure that you get the wonderfulness that Smithfield gave you when they gave you the pork. So
I like it.
we say simple: salt, pepper, olive oil.
Salt, pepper.
That's it.
Done. Leave it alone.
And so
okay.
we'll let that go. When we come back, we're going to start on this later on in the show. We'll do our roasted root vegetables and we'll do our apple chutney.
Okay.
And again, these are things that they complement the meat. They don't hide the meat. There's not a heavy sauce. There you go.
Hear that? There it
you
goes.
go.
It's starting to
Yeah,
sizzle.
we'll get our marks.
So when does all this come into play?
All right.
These
Our thyme, our rosemary will go with our potatoes.
Okay.
We have a little garlic oil that actually go with the potatoes as well. The chutney is included of, you have some great Granny Smith apples, you have some tomatoes, some onions, and then we have sage. The pork chop is initially, we take it and we clean it and we brine it. We do a brine mixture
Ooh,
of salt,
that's good,
and
yep.
sugar, and sage as well. So we get that all the way through the whole time. So
I like it.
we'll
So how long on
introduce-
each side do you need to sear it once you get it in the hot grill?
Well, you want to be patient. When people mess up with their hash marks, you want to be patient. Don't do what I did this
wait
morning.
for-
Wait a little bit.
right.
Make sure you have a hot one to start
Okay.
with. If you do that, then once you turn it, maybe 2 to 3 minutes on each side.
Okay.
And then you want to check for temperature. All right?
Okay.
You want to check for temperature. You want to stop it at about 155 and then hold it. You want to always
Okay.
let your meat rest so all those juices have a chance to redistribute throughout
Sit
the
in
meat.
it, all
There
the
you go.
goodness.
Yeah.
And Swan Terrace Grill, let's talk about that and all the
All right.
food there. I've eaten there. We went there. Delicious.
I'm glad.
Love the atmosphere. It's very intimate. So what else can folks expect when they come and dine there?
We're always doing something. As you know, you were there last time for Mouthwater
Yeah.
Monday. Mouthwater Monday is our monthly wine pairing, so we always have a 5-course meal, and then we have a couple tricks of the trade. We sneak in some things. Last month was kangaroo for Good Day USA, so we did kangaroo
Exotic.
sliders.
Kangaroo, huh?
Kangaroo sliders, amazing.
And
Next
you've done
month,
what, octopus,
octopus,
alligator.
alligator. We'll try it.
And I'm going to do it for March.
You
and he
are.
was asking me what he wanted. I was like, maybe lamb and no steak. He's like, you got to go more exotic than
No,
that.
we have to
So I'm going
try,
to think. I'm going to
right?
have to
We
think
have to do some
outside the
other
box. But I mean, I trust you guys that it'll turn
Well,
out great. You
it'll be
and
amazing.
Chef Scott Simpson are great there.
It'll be amazing. We'll let you eat it first.
Yeah, exactly. Just taste it and be good.
Taste
But
it,
it's
but-
all about the flavors and pairing it too with wines
With
and
the
everything.
wines are always picked very lovely. It's always something that we look forward to. We get there at 6 o'clock in the morning. We just work it through. We're excited to do
It's
it.
so meticulous, and you guys take pride in your
Yeah.
jobs, which we appreciate. Restaurant Week, that's exciting too.
Restaurant Week is
Get a lot
really
of people
exciting.
come through there.
Restaurant Week is really exciting for us right now because we just launched a new concept. We just became Swan Terrace Grill. So it's important to us that we have an opportunity to show that to everyone. So people who haven't had a chance to dine with us since we became the grill, now they get an opportunity to dine with us and see what we're about. So we have some great appetizers. We have a pork belly. We have a autumn beef salad, and then we have the pork, obviously,
Yeah.
the pork chop. And so we want to have that. And then we have things for our favorite guests who love the brisket. So
Yes.
the 72 hours.
And you were in the Founders Inn right there in Virginia Beach.
Founders Inn,
So.
Founders Inn Resort.
Not just
Spa.
a hotel. Go
no,
there
no,
and
no.
go
You can come
eat.
and eat with us anytime you like.
Absolutely.
We're always looking forward to
Well,
it.
can we flip that just to see
Absolutely.
what the other side looks like, and we'll wrap it
Absolutely.
up, and then we'll get
Absolutely.
started on the little. Oh
There
yes,
we go. All right.
that's what you want. The grill marks. All right, Chef, great job. In our next segment, we'll start
We'll
finishing
pull
it all
everything
and
together.
put it together. Good job. Made our way back to the kitchen with Chef Gerard Himes from the Swan Terrace Grill at the Founders Inn in Virginia Beach, talking about Restaurant Week. They're one of the dozens of restaurants participating, and we were making bone-in sage pork chops with roasted root vegetables and sage apples, huh?
Sage apples.
That's a mouthful.
So our pork chops, we finish our pork chops 2 to 3 minutes on each side.
Just this one, okay.
And then we finish them off in the convection oven just to make sure they were fully cooked. Now
Okay.
we're going to move on to our root vegetables. We wanted to go with root vegetables because they were, again, simple, rustic, and true to our nature. And so our root vegetables have already been roasted. They've been pre-roasted. And then we hold them to where they're al dente. And then we reconstitute them. We just saute them to get them back.
Okay,
to
and this
warm
what?
them up.
Potatoes in here, carrots?
You have carrots, sweet potatoes, you have daikons, you have parsnips, you have a little bit of everything.
Okay, real hearty.
It gives you,
like
an
that.
opportunity to really play with your food.
Okay.
And so we're going to finish it off with just some simple herbs, chopped thyme, chopped parsley. We've already done some smoked sea salt that we smoke in-house.
Oh,
And
that's
then,
what this is.
That's what that is.
Okay. Nice.
And then we'll move right along. That smoked sea salt was actually at the Mouthwater Monday event that you were at.
Was it?
A lot of these dishes come from that Mouthwater Monday.
I'm telling
so
you, I
we
ate
experience and
well
yeah.
that night. It was delicious.
Well, you'll enjoy the one in February, the Way of the Gaucho. It's our ode to the Argentinian grill. So it'll be steak and it'll be romantic. It'll be a good one. So we're looking forward to that.
And over here, what do you have sauteed?
Over here, we have we're just about done with our chutney. Our chutney has got a little body now. And it's a chutney of Granny Smith apples, tomatoes, onions. The cherry tomatoes pretty much take over the color, but
Okay.
the apple is there with the flavor.
So it's like sweet and savory.
It's a sweet and savory
I
thing.
like
and
it.
that sage, of course, is always there to, bring it home. So
And this is going to be on the menu for folks coming, trying to, for Virginia Beach Restaurant Week.
Virginia
They can
Beach
get
Restaurant.
this whole
they can get all of this.
situation.
They can get the bone-in pork chop, roasted root vegetables, and the apple chutney.
And how'd you get started into cooking?
I got started in cooking because, honestly, I used to cook for my mother. My sister would cook, but no one wanted that peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and so
You're like, I got to step in.
I had to help my mom out. I had to help her out. She didn't deserve that. That was a little rough. No one should have had to go through
And
that.
you just kind of took it from
And
there.
I just kept going from
That's
there.
awesome.
So we're going
So
to
we're
go
going
ahead
to plate
and
it up. All right. So we were talking. So he was like, "How am I supposed to follow a Kevin Bacon interview?"
Exactly.
I mean, that was a cool moment. You have moments in your career where you're just like, "Yes." And so I was like, "Okay, well, who would be your celebrity that you would love to interview?" And you said,
Of course, Beyonce.
"Beyonce."
Of course.
Like,
of
what
course.
if her and Jay-Z came? They're like, "Gerard, we need you to come up with a dish."
It'd be amazing.
Could you cook for them?
It would be a great peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It would be amazing. That's all I'd be able to muster.
Right.
Yeah. But that would be my celebrity.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we're going to finish off with a little sage. We just take that leaf and we fry it up.
Okay.
It's important that when you do a garnish, it's actually a part of your dish. And a part of that dish is everything in here has sage in it. And now all we need is our apple chutney.
And it's about presentation. What I like about that dish is it looks really hearty, but it's very simple.
Very simple.
Too.
Very simple.
That looks yummy. Well, Swan Terrace Grill is at the Founders Inn and Spa. Their address is 5641 Indian River Road in Virginia Beach. The phone number is 366-5777. You can always go online, foundersinn.com. Virginia Beach Restaurant Week runs now through Sunday, so you have a few more days. More than 80 restaurants are participating. Visit dineinvb.com or call the number on your screen for a list of all the restaurants, menus, and all the information you need to take advantage of that. And don't just come here for Restaurant Week.
No, you can
Come here all the time.
All the time. And again, this dish is available along with a lot of the dishes on the Restaurant Week menu. So come all the time. We
Nice
look forward to
job.
seeing you.
Can't wait to taste it. Chef, thank
We're
you
going
so
to
much.
plate you up some now.
Sounds
Thank you.
good.